Hello guys, I am V Sai Srinivas of 10th class from Mathman. So today I will be explaining today's editorial. So let's get started. So today our editorial's title is Vaccinating the Young. India must continue to prioritize vaccination of the adult population as India's vaccination drive chugs along with sporadic bursts of frantic inoculation. There are possibilities of administrative vaccines to children soon, as early as next month. At present, 2 Indian vaccines may be eligible for administering to children. Zydus Cadillus Zycovd, a 3-dose plasmid DNA vaccine with 66% efficacy in phase 3 trials, has been tested in adolescents 12 to 18 years, data for which has been submitted to the regulator. The company has also requested permission to test in children over 5. Covaxin's Bharat Biotech is also testing the vaccine in a cohort of children below 12. Though none of these studies have been completed, as expectations are that these vaccines may be ready by September. Pfizer's mRNA vaccine has been authorized in those above 12, and Moderna's 2-1BB similarly approved in US. Both companies are reportedly in discussions with the Indian government. Young children are at the least risk of hospitalization and death from COVID-19, but are capable of being infection carriers and putting older caregivers at risk. This undergirds the difficult decision by governments to continue with school closures that has brought forth unprecedented challenges such as denying many Indian children access to quality education. From the global experience so far, the broad principle is that if an effective vaccine is available, it must be administered irrespective of age. However, it is also true that the vaccines are far more effective at protecting from disease than infection because children and adults respond to the virus differently. It still remains to be seen whether vaccinating children as a prerequisite to opening schools actually brings down overall rates of infection. Countries that have vaccinated those above 12 and have fully opened up are also those boasting high rates of adult vaccination. In India, only 10% of all the adults have been fully vaccinated. India already has a challenging target of fully inoculating all adults, 94.4 crore by the end of the year. A key constraint has been Covaxin. Its manufacturer has been unable to ramp up monthly production to its stated nearly 6 crore doses. Put together, this implies that if the aim of universal vaccination is to protect from disease, then the thrust must be on prioritizing adults over children. Government and independent experts have advised that schools can open in a staggered fashion. This again underlines that reopening should not be contingent on vaccination alone. There is also the worry that prioritizing vaccines for children would mean diverting already limited stocks. Rather than blindly emulate the West, India must decide on what a policy works best for its entire population, including children. So guys, in India, 10% of the adults have been vaccinated. So this editorial is regarding the vaccination of children. So at present, there aren't any vaccines that can be used for children. So there is Zydus Cadillus Zycovd, a 3-dose plasmid DNA vaccine. So it can be used on children above 12 years and below 18 years. Those are the teenagers or adolescents. So according to the phase 3 trials they have conducted, they got the results that this vaccine proves to be 66% efficient. So they submitted the other data to the regulator of the vaccines too, and the company requested permission to test the vaccine on children who are over 5 years. Bharat Biotech's Covaxin is also is in testing, and it is for children below 12. Even though their research is not complete yet, the expectations state that the vaccine for children might be ready by September. In USA and other countries, mRNA, that is Pfizer's and also Moderna's and other companies are in meeting with Indian governments. So young children are the one who are the least risk from the virus. So even though they would be hospitalized, they have strong immune system so that they could recover easily, and even the death rate is very low from the COVID-19. So the main purpose of the vaccine is to prevent the disease, and the main risk with children not being vaccinated, because even though they pose less risk, there is a possibility that they can act as the carriers of the disease, and they can transmit the coronavirus to their parents and their grandparents and other elders. So the parents are old and the grandparents are really old, so they will be under a very high risk and they might even die. That is why they are not opening the schools. So even though because of this online classes, many Indian children are not getting access to proper education. Some children have all the required technology and other facilities, but the poor children don't even have any mobile phones, internet and etc. They will not be able to get quality education. So at present the number of vaccine supply is very less. So the contractor of the Covaxin is unable to supply the average of 6 crore per month. So it is very hard for him to manufacture them. So a common vaccine for both adults and children can be found out, then it could solve all the problems. At present, they don't want to divert the stocks of the remaining COVID-19 vaccines to the children, because it would prevent the adults from getting it. So the first priority must be adults. After a certain percentage of them are vaccinated, they can do it for children. The effectiveness of the vaccine is only based on protection and preventing the infection. So that's it, guys.